for tuning in. This is optibotimus coming with another video review. And taking a look here at my very last San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, I saved the very best, at least in my opinion, for last. Now when I first found out about this, I was super excited, more than really anything else. As you can see, it's a limited edition. I have number 489 of 3,100, and I'm gonna open it. And when you flip it around, you see this, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Now, for those of you that don't know, I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. One of the biggest that I can possibly think of. I mean, Lord of the Rings was one of my absolute favorite stories of all time. The movie's wonderful. The Hobbit movie, something that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. And like I said, when I first found out about this figure, I absolutely had to get it. So sliding this down, you can actually open this up, and what you find on the inside is an invisible Bilbo Baggins. You can't even see him. He's that invisible. Now, when you come around to this side right here, zooming in, it says Bilbo Baggins. Like all hobbits, Bilbo Baggins is fond of his comfortable existence. All he needs to be happy is a full pantry and a good book. When the wizard Gandalf and 13 dwarves unexpectedly appear on Bilbo's doorstep and invite him to join them on a dangerous adventure, Bilbo's life changes forever. Initially skeptical of the invitation, Bilbo's spirit of adventure leads him to join the company of Thorin Oakenshield and become the burglar required to complete their quest to outwit a ferocious dragon and reclaim the dwarves' stolen treasure. To everyone's surprise, including his own, Bilbo's wit and courage prove that there is indeed more to this hobbit than meets the eye. Absolutely gorgeous packaging. As you can see, just wonderful opening face package here. You got Bilbo in there, like I said, invisible Bilbo, which is really kind of interesting because everybody knows, if you follow Lord of the Rings, that you know that when you put on the one ring, you become invisible. So I wonder if that's what this is in reference to. Who knows? We gotta wait till December to see the movie, so let's not wait that long to open up this toy. Let's get him open now and see how cool he actually is. And just like that, Bilbo Baggins has disappeared, except you can actually kind of see him. But this thing is absolutely gorgeous. I really do have an affinity for invisible figures or clear figures. I just think that they look so cool, and they're doing this whole invisible kind of cloaking look so well nowadays with modern toys. Now, I know you can't see him. It's really hard to see him. So I guess I should bring out the gray board. And here he is. Still hard to see, but you can see him a whole lot better. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and coming all the way up to his head, you can actually see that there's a lot of detail in here. Although it's clear and devoid of any kind of color, it's absolutely wonderful looking in terms of the sculpt. You can see a lot of detail going all the way throughout. I mean, you can even see his undercoat. He's got his outer coat here, which is also invisible. You can see the joints going through there. You can see the legs, and of course, the big hobbit feet. But absolutely brilliant looking. This is absolutely cool. Now he's got a little bag full of what? Who knows, because it's invisible. He also has what looks to be little water jugs. These are all separate. That you can actually remove these if you really want to. Just rotate his arm up, and these can all just come out from over him, and there you go. Do that on this side as well, and rotate his arm around just to kind of help things out a little bit. And now you have Bilbo just by himself, and I mean, you can see he's got a little tie sort of thing here. He also comes with a sword. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is Sting. It's kind of in the same shape as Sting is, but I'm not 100% sure because you can't really tell because of how small it is. But it is in the same shape. I'm willing to bet it is actually Sting. And he does have a little holster here on the side of it, or on the side of him, that you can sheath the sword into. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, the articulation on this actually really impresses me. I was really kind of surprised how well articulated this figure is. The head's on a ball joint, so nice range of motion. The hair is actually a little bit soft, so you can't really pose it, but you can get it any way you want to. The shoulders here are on pin and socket joints, I believe, so they go all the way up, they rotate all the way around, and you know what, actually, I'm wondering if you can actually take his jacket off. I think you can. You can take his jacket off, although it's a little bit difficult because of the way that the arms are. But the jacket actually removes, which is very kind of cool. So pin and sockets here at the shoulder, pin and socket also at the elbow, so forward and back. They also rotate. The wrists are on swivel joints, so you can rotate those all the way around. Both of them are. The waist here is on a swivel joint. Not a ball joint, it just swivels left and right. Now the hips here, they move in and out and they go forward, but when you do, you can see they rotate like that, which is kind of weird. It doesn't bug me all that much, but it's kind of strange. And then the actual knee here is articulated. He bends at the knee, so you can rotate that around. And actually, his knee was backwards on this side, so moves forward and back. They also rotate, so good range of motion there with the knees. The feet are actually on ratchet joints kind of here at the ankle, moving forward and back, and they also rotate around. So awesome articulation on this thing, way more than I thought. Now, I never, as much as I love the Lord of the Rings, I never got any of the actual figures. I just, they looked okay. I just wasn't really all that impressed, I guess. Maybe some new ones are going to come out. I'm sure that new Hobbit figures are going to come out, and I'll definitely look at those and consider buying those. But I'm not 100% sure how the actual Lord of the Ring figures look. They might actually be pretty good. So playing with this, if it's got the same level of articulation on those figures, I might actually have to check those out, because as I said, Lord of the Rings quite possibly is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I really think that this figure is absolutely fantastic. I love the way it looks. It's absolutely cool. Gives you an absolute feel for the whole invisibility. And I can't really tell. One thing that kind of would have been neat is if they actually put a ring on here, because that would have been cool to actually see. It kind of looks like there's one molded in on the hand, but you're not going to be able to see it on the camera. I have to stick it all the way up to my face to actually see it, and this is literally as close as I can get and have it actually focus. But you can kind of make out that it looks like he's wearing a ring on his finger. Now, what would have been really cool, I mean, you can kind of sort of see it right there. What would have been cool is if that was actually painted kind of like a gold, just to kind of give you that, I guess, feel that maybe he is wearing a ring. But I guess if he wears a ring too, the ring even goes invisible. I mean, if you remember Lord of the Rings, when Frodo put the ring on, the ring wasn't just floating around, so it does kind of look like there's one there. Whether or not it actually is a ring, who knows? Now, this thing was available, like I said, exclusively at San Diego Comic-Con. And at a price of $20, I really think that this was a very, very good exclusive to pick up. The size of the figure is about 4.5 inches, so it's a fairly good size. You get the fact, or you get that he's invisible, you get the really nice packaging. $20 is a perfect price to pay for this. Say that 5 times fast. Holy cow. And if you actually see these on eBay and you're a big Hobbit fan or even a Lord of the Rings fan, I would recommend picking this up all day long. So until next time, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later.